Hello guys, it's Messi here and welcome back to another Brawl Stars video. Today we're going to do something we haven't done in a while, which is first of all I'm going to be talking about the new balance changes which are coming up in the next few days, and then I'm going to be opening up every single box in the Brawl Pass season and hopefully get some juicy rewards. But first, let's get into the balance changes. So here are the balance changes which are coming up. I'm going to be going through them one by one and just letting you know my thoughts on how good this brawler will be after the changes. So overall, I think a bit of a controversial balance update this time. We'll start with Amber, who's getting a main attack damage increase by a tiny bit and a tiny health increase. Even though these changes seem very small, they actually do make quite a difference. Most of the pros think that Amber is not good in the meta at the moment, but this change will probably make her, I'd say, probably a top 15 or top 20 brawler, so nothing too broken. The next buff is to BB, who's getting a health increase by 400 HP. BB really not in a good spot at the moment, but with the health buff, which is pretty substantial, I think that she'll be usable again, especially in her best game modes, which are Siege and Heist. Carl used to be the best brawler in the game when he had his full range and his gadget that allows him to teleport to his pickaxe. But after they nerfed his range, he's completely fallen out of the meta, and I'd say is probably a bottom, 10 or 15 brawler. And this buff to his gadget, the other gadget that throws flames where he is, it's really not going to do much for Carl. I don't think this buff will make Carl meta again. The next change is a really interesting buff to Crow, where poison enemies receive 40% less healing from all sources. He's also getting a slightly increased supercharge rate. I think this change is going to be really interesting for Crow. There is a lot of healing in the meta at the moment, especially with Byron, but also with the likes of Pam. So I think this change is to kind of maybe indirectly nerf Byron. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to make Crow meta, to be honest. He's just too squishy, and his damage, his DPS isn't enough to really finish off brawlers. He can kind of just chip them down and stop them from healing. I still think his best mode's going to be Showdown, and he's only going to be usable on a couple of maybe gem grab maps, maybe Brawl Ball, but none of the other game modes. The next buff is to Jean, one of my favorite brawlers who's been completely fallen out of the meta since the latest nerfs. This time they're increasing his main attack damage by a little bit. I'm kind of disappointed in this buff. I don't think this is the kind of buff that Jean needed to become competitive again. As you guys know, the best thing about Jean is the pull, his super. I think it just still takes too long to charge up his super. I think they should have increased his supercharge rate again from 4 hits, which it is currently, to 3 and a bit, to make him competitive again. Now, probably the biggest buff of all is to Jessie. I mean, this is absolutely insane. Her main attack damage is increased from 920 to 1120. That is a big increase by 200. I think that means that at max level 10, she does like 1400 or 1500 per bullet, which when you factor in her reload speed, which is so fast, and the fact that it bounces, I think Jessie is going to be an absolute monster, especially on low trophy range. So anything below 500, I think she'll be probably the best brawler in the game. I think she'll probably maybe enter the meta as well, and maybe you'd see her used in competitive. I still don't think she'll be the best brawler on the pro scene, just because her range isn't the best and she gets countered easily by like Piper, Brock, Byron, but definitely in Heist and Siege and those kinds of game modes, I think Jesse's going to be really, really good. The next buff is going to be to Leon, who is just getting a small main attack damage and increased supercharge rate. Again, I don't think Leon's going to be in the meta, but still good to see him get a buff. The next buff is to Max, who gets, I think it's a gadget buff. Max is already strong in the meta, not really going to change too much. And then this last buff is pretty surprising. Increased supercharge rate for Sandy from 6 to 5. This might not seem this might not seem like a lot, but honestly, I mean, Sandy is already a top 10 brawler in my opinion, and I don't think she needed a buff, and this might not seem by much, but I think it's going to make a big difference. You're just going to be able to cycle supers with Sandy so quickly. It'll just be like you'll always have a sandstorm on the field, giving your teammates so much control. I think this is going to make Sandy a broken brawler. I think she'll be top 5 after this for sure. And then just the last couple of changes. So another really surprising buff on a brawler who already was top 10. Sprout is getting a damage increase. Again, I have no idea why. Sprout already countered so many of the other squishy brawlers like, Piper, Brock, anything that she could 3-shot. And she's just going to get even better. You might see her being maybe a top 5 brawler now. And now the only nerf in these balance changes was to my boy Colt. I don't know why they always insist on nerfing the brawlers I like. This one makes no sense to me at all. Ever since they completely nerfed Colt's silver bullet gadget into the ground, I mean, Colt probably was barely top 10. Maybe he scraped into a top 10 brawler, but, the 3 clearly most broken brawlers right now, Byron, Edgar, and B, didn't get touched at all, which makes absolutely no sense to me, especially because Colt shots are very, very hard to hit. And so this reload speed of 6%, again, doesn't seem like a lot, but I think it's going to make a really big difference. And I think Colt is going to completely fall out from the meta. So let's get some Fs in the chat for Colt. Alright, so that's it for the balance changes. Now we're going to go into the unboxing. What I really want to get from these boxes is a star power for Surge, because I don't think I'll be able to use Colt in power play anymore after the nerf. Massive rip. I'd love to get a gadget and a star power for Surge. Obviously, a new brawler would be pretty good as well. Let's see what we get. First of all, I'm going to unlock this awesome Bellhop Dynamite skin. Can't wait to use this. Let's open up the first mega box. Oh, we've got 6. I think that's going to be a gadget or a star power. Alright, here we go. What is this? Oh, I thought that was the Surge teleport gadget for a sec. Alright, not bad, not bad. Can't complain with that. Alright, oh, a pin pack. Give me some good ones, please. Alright. Pretty good. A Jesse one. I'm going to be sure to use that one when Jesse's meta again. Alright, another mega box. Give me a 6. Damn it. Okay, we've got a lot of Sprout and Nanny power points there. Colette, token doubler, not bad. Alright, here we go. Oh yes, there we go. We have got a star power for Surge, exactly what we wanted. Not the best star power for Surge, but that's okay. Of course, we're gonna unlock Lou, who's probably a top 15 Brawl at the moment. Gonna get these awesome pins. So yeah, really happy that we got the star power for Surge, which is exactly what we were hoping for. So I can use him in power play now. All I need is his gadget, and hopefully his other star power, because it's a bit better. This Mega Box isn't going to give it to us, unfortunately. I'll take that 92 Sandy points though, thank you very much. More pins for Lou, more pins for Lou. Still quite a few boxes left. Alright. I think this might be the last Mega Box here. Ah! Not gonna get the 6. Ooh, a lot of points there. Another pin. No gadget, please. I just want the Surge gadget. More awesome pins for Lou. These Lou pins are honestly so good. No gadget. Great pin. Great pin. Oh, we got another Mega Box coming up. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, Screeching Solo. You gotta be kidding me. Oh dear. Literally would have taken any other star power. Looks like no gadget. Alright, I think we're coming to the end, unfortunately. How many more do we have? I think this is it. Yep. And this awesome King Lou skin. Look at that. Look at that golden egg. So good. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video. We did get a Surge star power, but he's kind of useless without his gadget, unfortunately. I don't think it's in the shop. I might just end up buying his gadget, honestly, if it gets in the shop, because you can't use Surge and Power Play without his gadget. But pretty happy with that. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, if you want to see more of these in the future, please leave a comment down below. Like and subscribe as always, and until next time, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, adios, and see you.